The following video is informational and does not substitute legal advice from a licensed attorney. Spousal Visa Overview. A CR1 or IR1 spousal visa is an immigrant visa issued to an alien who wishes to enter the U.S. to live and stay with their U.S. citizen or permanent resident spouse. The CR from CR1 stands for Conditional Resident and is applicable to couples who've been married fewer than 2 years. The IR from IR1 stands for Immediate Relative and is applicable to couples who have been married 2 years or longer. The obsolete K3 visa was another spouse visa option, but has been mostly done away with in practice. The CR1 and IR1 visa come with a permanent residency card, green card, unlike K visas. The CR1 IR1 Visa Process. There are a few phases and steps to the CR1 process that span several months. The basic steps to the spouse visa process are as follows. 1. U.S. CIS filing. The petition is mailed to the U.S. CIS. 2. Notice of Action 1. NOA 1. The petition is received by U.S. CIS. 3. Notice of Action 2. NOA 2. The petition is approved or denied by U.S. CIS. 4. NVC phase. The U.S. CIS forwards case to NVC and collects fees and documents. 5. NVC to Embassy. The NVC forwards your case to the U.S. Embassy in the nation of origin. 6. Embassy letter. Embassy contacts you with further instructions. 7. Medical exam. The alien schedules and completes required medical exam. 8. Embassy interview. The alien is interviewed by a consular officer at the U.S. Embassy. 9. Visa issued. The visa is placed into the passport and passport returned to the alien. 10. Immigrant fee. The immigrant fee is paid online. 11. Travel to the U.S. The alien has 6 months to enter the U.S. 12. Green card issued. The green card is mailed to a home address within 2 to 4 weeks after arriving in the U.S. Timeline. Currently, the average timeline from the initial application to the time the visa is granted is between 6 and 7 months. The time can be shorter or longer depending on your situation. The most common causes for a longer timeline usually are within your control. Eligibility requirements. To petition your spouse for a CR1 or IR1 visa, you must 1. Be a U.S. citizen or permanent resident aged 18 plus. 2. Be legally married to your spouse. 3. Meet the visa income requirements. Costs and fees. The cost of the spouse visa process is not insignificant. Government fees are fixed, but other costs will vary depending on your unique situation. There are several fees to expect along the way. Currently, the U.S. CIS filing fee is $420. There's also a $445 NVC fee and a $165 U.S. CIS immigrant fee. You can also expect to pay between $60 and $200 for a medical exam. Costs that will vary are which assistance you use and travel costs. Unlike the K1 visa, you won't need to adjust status with a spouse visa as the green card is included. Forms required. There are several forms that are submitted or filed at different times to different government agencies along the way. Some people choose to DIY. It can be quite cumbersome to navigate all the CR1, IR1 visa forms yourself, which is why many people opt for assistance. The forms included in the process are I-130, Petition for Alien Relative, G-325A, Biographic Information, G-1145, E-Notification of Applicant Petition Acceptance, DS-260, Immigrant Visa Electronic Application, DS-261, Online Choice of Address and Agent, I-864, Affidavit of Support. Embassy interview. At the end of the process, the alien spouse will be required to take an embassy interview with a consular officer. This will be conducted at a U.S. embassy or consulate that processes immigrant visas, often in the alien's country. The consular officer will ask a few interview questions, which will allow them to make a final determination of visa denial or approval. The interviewer's goal is to make sure there is no potential immigration fraud. If the officer approves the visa, the passport will be returned with the granted visa within a few days. After visa issuance. The CR1 visa is valid for 6 months after it is granted. But unlike the K1 visa, the CR1 visa comes with a green card. This nullifies the need for adjustment of status. This option can be beneficial if the alien spouse intends to work legally in the U.S. shortly after arrival. It also helps if the spouse wants or needs to exit the U.S. unexpectedly, as there would be no need to acquire future visas to re-enter the United States.